So prepare to be offended, probably with my video. I'm probably going to stumble over my words and not get out exactly all that I'm trying to say. I am and have been for the last several years unpacking my religious trauma. I've been involved in a lot of different religious sects throughout my life. Growing up in the church, Presbyterian, non-denominational, went to a Baptist high school, went to a Presbyterian lower school. So like pretty heavily indoctrinated. It's indoctrination. And there are going to be people that are going to watch this that have known me since I was little and are going to be super surprised that I'm saying these things, but it is 100% true. There's a lot of things. There were people along the way that are Christians and that have been very supportive and very kind and very generous and very welcoming. But unfortunately, that is not the norm. That has not been my story. I've suffered a lot of spiritual abuse, religious abuse, at the hands of leadership, at the hands of pastors, at the hands of people that claim to be God, know God, all the things. Yep, my dad said he was God. He was Jesus. So that's where my story begins. All the stuff that's coming out, if you know anything about Bethel in Redding, California, I was a part of that group. I went to a lot of their conferences. I've also been a part of Catch the Fire. They're located in Canada, Raleigh, North Carolina, Houston, Texas. There's also a lot of different sections that kind of branch off of Catch the Fire. There's also people that represent Bethel that are in other countries, such as Austria. Also, I was part of a group called Father Heart Ministries, where they did a school called Restoring the Foundations. The point is pretty much for all of these groups, like to restore, to heal your heart, heal your soul, that God's going to do it. Jesus is going to do it. He's going to fix all your pain. And yeah. And if he doesn't, then there's something you're doing wrong, that you are bad, you're wrong, and you clearly are misguided if you're not healed or fixed in some certain period of time. If you're not looking like or acting like exactly what they want you to look like or act like, then you get ostracized. And so with me being ADHD, OCD, there's a lot of things I definitely don't get right. And I definitely don't fit boxes. I don't fit the quote unquote norms. I think that a lot of Christians think that you should be in. Doesn't make me bad nor wrong. It's just my brain processes things very differently. So I ask a lot of questions, and that's actually very much frowned upon. You're not supposed to do that in the church. It's not a good thing, right? So, but I did, and I still do. And unpacking is actually even frowned upon, trying to unpack the horrible things that can come from churches, that can come from people associated with the church, using the Bible to basically confirmation bias their opinion on what you should or shouldn't be doing. Reading things into the Bible without really understanding historical context, it creates a very interesting narrative, and it's very divisive. So I probably will get into at some certain point in time about Bethel. I will probably get into certain things about my other experiences. But just wanted to say, I am someone that did vote for Trump back in 2020. It's probably not the reason you think that I did. I did. It was partially to keep the peace. I was in a very abusive relationship. And I was also not educated. I didn't have the energy to educate myself on exactly what was going on in the administration and what Trump was doing, what Trump wasn't doing, what his first term looked like, what it didn't look like. I literally was just surviving. And so therefore I made a decision to vote for him, to keep the peace in my household. I wish I could go back and change it. I did not vote for him in this previous election. Truth be told, I actually didn't vote for Kamala either, because of my previous relationship. I have been deduced to a number with the government to protect me, meaning that you have to go through certain hoops and all the kinds of stuff in order to get to be able to vote. And I was a number in their system, and I didn't get updated information into them in time for me to be able to vote, since I'm part of a very specific program that is for domestic abuse victims. So I do understand, I feel like both sides, but there is a lot of cult-like behavior that goes along with the Trump administration, and I would like to talk about that. If you don't want to talk about it, you don't have to. But I will stop comments if there's going to be mudslinging, if there's going to be tearing people down, tearing me down. I'm not going to deal with it. The point is I'm coming on here to be transparent, to be open, and here we are. And it's okay. You don't have to follow. You don't have to listen. You don't have to like it. But I'm hoping that I will be brave enough, makes me want to cry, to be able to share my story and what I've been through, what I've been up against, and to unpack. I'm sure there are going to be people that don't care, and that's okay. You don't have to care. But I think I'm doing this largely for me, to say, here I am, here's where I stand. Love me or hate me, I guess. That's where I'm at. So here we are, and here we go.